It's 1975. The air smells like coal smoke and chip fat. Bohemian Rhapsody crackles through your transistor radio, and your mum's just told you to be home when the streetlights come on. No mobile phones, no internet, no idea where you actually are for most of the day, and nobody's worried. Growing up in 1970s, Britain meant freedom, grime, and a kind of childhood that would give modern parents a heart attack. It was 3-day weeks and power cuts, flared trousers and platform shoes, bread strikes and decimal currency. But it was also climbing frames over concrete, penny sweets that actually cost a penny, and a world that moved slower, felt closer, and somehow made more sense. We're taking you back to what it was really like growing up in Great Britain in the 1970s. The good, the bad, and the gloriously rough around the edges. And if this sounds like the childhood you remember, make sure to like and subscribe, because these memories deserve to be told. Let's step back into a Britain that doesn't exist anymore. Number 1, power cuts were just part of life. The lights would flicker, then die. No warning, just darkness. Your mum would sigh, fetch the candles from the cupboard under the stairs, and life carried on by candlelight. Power cuts weren't occasional, they were routine. The 3-day week in 1974 meant electricity was rationed, factories closed, telly went off. Homework got done by torchlight, if it got done at all. You'd huddle around the gas fire, playing cards or listening to the radio, waiting for the lights to come back. Sometimes they didn't until morning. No panic, no outrage, just patience. Today, if the Wi-Fi drops for 5 minutes, people lose their minds. Back then, losing power for hours was just Tuesday. Number 2, you played outside until it was too dark to see. Summer mornings meant one thing: get out. Your mum pushed you out the front door after breakfast with instructions to come home when the streetlights came on. No supervision, no check-ins. You roamed. Parks, wasteland, building sites, anywhere with space became your territory. You played British Bulldog, Kick the Can, and 40-40 until your legs ached. You climbed trees, built dens, and occasionally fell off things. Scraped knees were badges of honour. Torn trousers got you a telling off, but never stopped you going back out. Nobody tracked your location. Nobody needed to. The whole neighbourhood was watching, loosely. If you did something stupid, someone's mum would march you home by your ear. Today, kids have scheduled playdates and GPS trackers. In the 70s, you had freedom. Number 3, school dinners were a daily test of endurance. The smell hit you before you even entered the canteen. Boiled cabbage, overcooked mince, something vaguely resembling gravy. School dinners in the 70s weren't meals, they were survival challenges. Lumpy mashed potato, gristly meat, vegetables boiled into submission until all colour and flavour had drained away. But pudding made it worthwhile. Jam roly-poly with custard, chocolate sponge with pink sauce, cornflake tart that was somehow both soggy and crunchy. You'd suffer through the main course just to reach dessert. Dinner ladies ruled with iron ladles. You ate what you were given. No substitutions, no complaints. If you didn't finish, you sat there until you did, or until the bell rang and you legged it. Today's school meals have nutritional guidelines and choices. Back then, you got what you got, and you learned to stomach it. Literally. Number 4, TV had 3 channels and closed down at night. Television was an event, not background noise. You had BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV. That's it. No remote control in most homes. You got up to change the channel. Programs started and ended at specific times. Miss it, and you missed it. No catch-up, no recording, unless you were posh enough to own a Betamax. Evenings meant Blue Peter, Grange Hill, The $6 Million Man. Families gathered around one telly, arguing over what to watch. Dad usually won. Saturday nights meant Starsky and Hutch, or The Generation Game, pure gold. Then, around midnight, the national anthem played, and the screen went fuzzy. The telly literally shut down for the night. A test card appeared. Silence. Today, we have 500 channels, and still complain there's nothing on. Back then, 3 channels felt like abundance. Number 5. Sweet shops were treasure troves for pennies. The corner shop sweet counter was paradise. Jars lined the shelf. Fizzy cola bottles, black jacks, fruit salads, sherbet dip dabs, mojos, penny chews that actually cost a penny. You'd walk in with 10 penny and leave with a paper bag bursting with sugar. The shop owner weighed everything on metal scales, tipping sweets into bags while you watched, hypnotized. Choosing took forever. Every penny mattered. You calculated, debated, changed your mind 3 times. Anglo bubbly or refreshers, Parma violets or love hearts. Tough decisions for a 7-year-old. Sweets tasted different too. Sweeter, more artificial. Your tongue turned colors. Blue, green, red. You compared tongues in the playground. Badges of honor. Today, sweets come pre-packaged, expensive, with health warnings. Back then, 10 penny bought happiness. Number 6, fashion was loud, proud, and utterly ridiculous. If you didn't look back at 70s photos and cringe, you didn't live through the 70s. Fashion was bold. Flared trousers so wide they dragged on the pavement. Platform shoes that added 4 inches and twisted ankles regularly. Shirts with collars so large they could take flight. Patterns clashed. Geometric prints, psychedelic swirls, brown and orange everywhere. Your mum probably had a crocheted poncho. Your dad probably wore a kipper tie. Kids dressed like miniature adults. Little boys in tank tops and bow ties. Girls in smock dresses and knee-high socks. Nobody looked comfortable, but everyone looked committed. Punks arrived mid-decade, shocking parents nationwide with safety pins and mohawks. Suddenly, rebellion had a uniform. Today, 70s fashion is vintage and retro, worn, ironically, at themed parties. Back then, it was just fashion. Loud, unapologetic, and completely normal. Number 7. You made your own entertainment. No batteries required. Boredom was a challenge you solved yourself. No iPads, no gaming consoles, no YouTube to scroll through for hours. Entertainment meant using your imagination, your hands, and whatever you could scrounge from around the house. Rainy days meant building forts from sofa cushions and blankets. Board games that lasted hours. Monopoly arguments that nearly ended friendships. Subbuteo football on the living room carpet, flicking tiny players with your fingers. You made go-karts from pram wheels and old wooden planks, racing them down hills with no brakes and questionable steering. Girls made friendship bracelets and played jacks for hours. Boys collected marbles, matchbox cars, and Airfix models that took weeks to build and paint. Reading was massive. Your local library was a portal to other worlds, and getting your own library card felt like becoming an adult. Comics like The Beano and Dandy arrived weekly, passed between friends until they fell apart. Nobody handed you entertainment, you created it, and that made it valuable. Number 8. Christmas meant homemade everything and waiting. Christmas in the 70s moved slowly. Decorations went up mid-December, not October. Most were homemade, paper chains, cardboard Santas, tin-foil stars. The tree was real, probably wonky, and dropped needles everywhere. No LED lights, just fairy lights that heated up dangerously and occasionally caught fire. Presents were practical, annual, socks, maybe a bike if you were lucky. No mountains of toys. You got a few things, cherished them, and that was enough. Christmas Day had a rhythm. Church in the morning, Queen's speech at 3. Everyone stopped and watched, no exceptions. Dinner was a production. Turkey, roast potatoes, sprouts that tasted like punishment. Then telly, Morecambe and Wise, The Sound of Music, films you'd seen before but watched anyway because there were only 3 channels. No smartphones, no distraction, just family, food, and the quiet magic of a day that felt genuinely special.